Good morning, everyone. We're going to begin seated. So we'll just come all the way down. And I hope everyone is having such a nice, relaxing, enjoyable vacation here in the land of Pura Vida. It's kind of hard not to be really zen and really relaxed here. So I think yoga just gives it that extra little boost to really, you're amongst beautiful trees and birds, and now it gives you the opportunity to go within and find stillness and calm within yourself. So we'll just accentuate that through our practice. So we're going to work a little bit on our breath this morning, and then we'll get into some standing poses, and then we'll come back down onto our mat for some really deep relaxation. So everyone is familiar with yoga? Everyone's practiced yoga? Breathing exercise that we're going to do is alternate nasal breathing. So again, it really helps you focus on that one point, which is going to be your breath. And what we're going to do is taking our right thumb, we're going to press our right nostril, we're going to cover the right nose, or the right nostril, and then take your second and your third finger, and you're going to place it over your third eye. So right in between your forehead. And then we're going to inhale on the left nostril. And then we're going to take our ring finger, cover the left nostril, we'll exhale on the right. And then we'll inhale on the right. And then we'll cover right nostril, exhale on the left. So we'll inhale on the left. And we'll exhale on the right. And close the eyes. Inhale on the right. And exhale on the left. Breathe out. And let's keep that breath going here. You can start to find your own rhythm. Noticing how long it takes to inhale. Maybe it's 3, 4, 5 seconds. And we'll see if we can allow the exhale to be just as long, if not a second or two longer. We notice how the mind starts to slow down as we give our full awareness to the breath. Calming down the nervous system. Going into the body. Let's take 3 more rounds. Once you've completed that 3rd round, you can slowly remove the hand and head. Keep the eyes closed and just sit in stillness for a moment. And let's observe. The eyes closed. Search for the most distant sound that you can hear. Your mind jumps from the sound of the ocean, the birds, the music, without judgment. Let's take a full breath in. So if we've brought any worries, any stress with with us to paradise. Take it all in. And a big sigh to let it go. Start to feel the heart relaxing. Let's take a full breath in. Same thing here. And let it go. Notice how your shoulders relax. Your jaw. Your belly, your hips. Slowly start to open the eyes. You feeling good? Let's come over into tabletop. So we're going to spread the fingers nice and wide. And we can continue with a yogic breath that is equal in length. So the inhale and exhale still around the same length. And then as you inhale, we're going to lift the heart up, drop the belly, lift the hips, and then let the chin go forward. And then as you exhale, really press the hands down around the spine, bring the chin all the way to the chest. We'll inhale, lift the heart. So taking some cat and cow. See if you can allow more space for the neck. Exhale, round it out. Breathing in. Same thing, exhale, rounding. So let's keep that same movement, mimicking the rhythm of the breath, but let's close our eyes. And let's just feel the body moving. No right or wrong way to move, it's what's best for your body. I'm sure we all slept a little differently last night, so we're gonna have different kinks to work out. Let's take 3 more. And we'll return to a neutral spine. We're going to extend the right hand up to the sky. So give it a really big stretch. Open the heart up. And then as you exhale, we're going to send it like we're reaching over to the pool. So reach the fingertips over. Feel that space opening up across the upper part of the back between the shoulder blades. And then as you inhale, let's bring it all the way up and then open the front side of the body. Exhale, reach through. Let's take one more. Inhale, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, send it all the way through. And this time, bring your right ear and cheek all the way down. Nice. Now I want you to think about breathing into the right shoulder, the right lung. See if you can allow it to expand. And then as you exhale, reach the right hand even further. Give yourself even more space. We create the space with the breath. And then as you inhale, let's bring it all the way up. Reach to the sky, grab the sun. And then exhale, bring the right hand down. You can roll out the shoulders. Notice how that feels. And then we'll inhale, left hand to the sky. Try to roll that left shoulder back. And then exhale, let's reach it over to our right. Fingertips are extending. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, reaching through. Breathe in. And then exhale, send it all the way through. This time, left ear and cheek to the mat. Breathing into that left lung, the left shoulder blade. Stay for one more full cycle of breath. Maybe wiggling that left hand a little bit further. Grab a little more space for the shoulder. So if we just did some flying, some traveling, usually our shoulder and our neck can get a little tense. And then use your full breath in. Rise all the way up with intention here. Open it up and then exhale. Hands can come down. Take the knees out wide. Let the big toes touch. Let's melt back into child's pose. Just for a few breaths. into the center of the heart. And then as you exhale, relax the heart. Breathe in and breathe out. As you inhale, let's bring it up to table. We're gonna rock forward onto the front of the knees. So now our spine is long. And then as you exhale, we're gonna bend the elbows so the arms now touch the inside of the outer edges of the body. We'll slide the arms forward. Elbows are underneath the shoulders. Let's lift the heart up. We'll take about 5 breaths here. So if you like, you can widen the feet and then drop the heels in. If there's any tension in your low back, you can bring the feet back in. We'll inhale. Lengthen the spine here. Breathe into the belly. Expand the heart. Last breath in. And then we'll lower down. And press the hands underneath the shoulders. Walk the feet back to center. We're gonna inhale up into a high plank. So toes are tucked. We'll inhale, let's send it all the way up. You can also come up into modified plank, or full plank. From here, exhale, find your first downward dog. So the heels are now pressing to the earth. They don't necessarily have to touch, and maybe you wanna keep a bend in the knees. And then we'll look to the back edge of our mat. As you inhale, think about lifting the hips up a little bit higher. Nice, and then as you exhale, see if you can bring your chest closer to your thighs. Yeah, there we go. We'll inhale, bring the hips up even higher. And then exhale, chest towards the thighs. Feel that stretch. The spine is long, no tension in the neck. The weight is even between the hands and the feet. One more breath in. Stay for that full breath out. If it's a sigh, that feels good. And then we'll look forward. We'll bend the knees slowly, just like a sloth. We'll make our way to the front of the mat, and you may need to lift the hands up when you start to get close. So we'll take an inhale to come up halfway, just gonna reset the spine here. And then as you exhale, let's completely fold. Let the arms dangle. Let the head feel heavy. Any tension in our low back, any sciatic pain, again, if we've done a lot of traveling, sometimes there's a lot of compression in our low back. It feels nice just to let it surrender. So think about breathing into the base of the spine. Let it trickle all the way down. And we'll slowly roll up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Finding our mountain pose. The feet are hip distance apart. Close the eyes. Let the feet connect to what's beneath you. And as you inhale, bring the heart up a little bit higher. Lift the chin. You're proud in this mountain pose. And we'll inhale, reach the arms over the head. And then as you exhale, let's bow forward. We'll hinge at the hips. Inhale, come up halfway. Long spine. Exhale, let the hands meet the earth. Fold. We'll step our right toes back. We'll drop the knee. And then we'll bring arms up over the head. So if this is bothering your knee at all, you can always place the towel underneath the knee just to give you a little more support. And then let's bring the heart up a little bit higher. And then reach right fingertips higher. And then reach left fingertips higher. And then pull the shoulders down. Full inhale here. Exhale, maybe you shift a little deeper. Keep lifting with the heart and finding depth with the hips. Breathe in. And then exhale, bring the hands down. Let's tuck right toes under. We're gonna step back to the front of the mat. Inhale halfway. And exhale, fold forward. You can shake out the hips. We'll inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Nice breath. Inhale, reach up. And at any point you want to close your eyes, exhale, fold forward. Just enjoy being in this moment. Inhale, halfway. Fill the belly, exhale, fold, hands plant. Let's take left toes back this time. Same thing if you want to grab your towel or double your mat up. We'll inhale, let's rise. And then exhale, we melt with the hips. So try to keep the integrity in the spine. Try not to let it collapse in the low back. So think about lengthening and lifting with the heart, and then your spine is going to get nice and spacious. Breathe in, reach up through the fingertips, but notice how your shoulders want to join you. Pull the shoulders down. So we give more space from the bottom of the ears to the tops of the shoulders. Nice. One more breath in. And then exhale, bring the hands down. Let's step up to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway. And exhale, fold forward. Full breath in, let's rise all the way up. Let's stay connected to the earth. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bringing the hands to the hips. That's a bad one. We're gonna step our right foot back. So we'll take our pyramid pose. So now all of our toes are gonna look forward. We're gonna lift our heart up, and we're gonna reach our heart forward. Think about sending it forward first as the hips push back, pressing down through the heels. So the spine is long, elbows are back. Let's take one more breath here. And then as you exhale, start to hinge from the hips. Let's fold over the left leg. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale all the way up. Then we're gonna try that again, but a little bit deeper, opening up across the chest and the collarbones, hands behind the back. We'll inhale, same thing. Lift the heart. Exhale, reach the heart forward. So think about going forward before we go down. Inhale, and then exhale, hinge. So keep pressing down through all four corners of the feet. Reach the hands up and over. No tension in the jaw, the face. And then we'll inhale, come up halfway. Exhale all the way up. Let it release. The arms come down alongside the body. We ready for some balance? Feeling balanced here? We're gonna shift forward. So keep that same line from the back of your head to that back heel, and then we're gonna rise up. So you may be here. We just wanna make sure that we keep that same line, or maybe you bring it over the left hip. So wherever you found yourself in this balancing warrior, just let the eyes be on one point. Use the breath for strength. See if you can lift out of the ankle, lift out of the knee, so you feel almost like your left leg is getting longer. And then slowly, we're gonna let our right toes land to the back edge of the mat. So an even wider stance than we were in, just the toes land. Nice transition. Drop the foot, and then we're gonna open up our hips to the right side into warrior two. Nice. So we'll add a little movement with our breath. As you inhale, take the bend out of the front knee, reach hands over the head. The eyes can follow that left hand, and then as you exhale, warrior two. Once again, look over left fingertips. Nice. Inhale, bring it up. And every exhale, go a little bit deeper. Inhale. Exhale. Breathing in. Breathing out. We'll inhale, bring it all the way up. This time, keep the bend out of the front knee. Exhale, extend the arms. Let's reach out to the ocean. And then exhale. Hinge into that left hip into triangle pose. So your hand can rest on that left leg. Let's do it for 2 more cycles of breath. Think about the outer edge of that right foot. Send it down into the earth. Reach out through the right fingertips. Inhale, come all the way up. Rotate up onto the right toes. Let's step to the front of the mat, mountain pose. Close the eyes and breathe. We'll bring our hands to the hips. We'll step left toes back. So we'll start with our first variation of that pyramid pose. We'll inhale, heart is high, and then exhale, push the heart forward, hips go back. Long spine here, breathe in. And then exhale, fold over the right hip. So you can bring it down until you really can't go any further. You're gonna really feel it in the back of the legs. So once you've found that edge, just stay there and breathe. Work through the breath. We'll inhale, come up halfway. Full belly breath in. Exhale all the way up. We'll release the hands. So let's do that one more time. Bring the hands behind the back, but bring the opposite thumb on top. We're creatures of habit, so we're just going to switch it up. All right, let's take that full inhale, lengthen, lift the heart. Exhale, bring it forward and down. Arms up over the head, nice. Sometimes we forget how we can get a little bit deeper. So let's try that for one more round. Breathe in, lift the hands up to the sky, then as you exhale, reach them over the head. Yes. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale all the way up, release the hands. Press down through that right foot. And then we're going to slowly rise up. So that long line, back of the head to the heel. Left toes stay pointing, you're looking at the earth. So don't worry about what angle you're on as long as we're keeping that alignment. And think about the hips too. If your left hip is starting to lift, see if you can level it out, like as if your low back is a table. It's completely flat. With focus, engage the core to transition. Let the left toes land to the back of your mat. Land. Bend the front knee, will inhale. Drop that heel, open up. Find your warrior two, nice. So your left toes are now looking at the long edge of your mat and the right toes are looking at the short edge. And then we'll add a little flow here with the breath. So we'll inhale. Nice. You guys got it. Exhale. Look over right fingertips. Inhale. And exhale. Breathe in. And breathe out. Let's take 2 more. Inhale. Last one. We'll bring it all the way up. So we'll transition into triangle. Extend the arms. Reach forward. Left hip is kicking back, and then we'll drop into the right hip. See about opening up that left hip by pressing it behind you, like you're pressing it out. And then we'll step to the front of the mat. Close the eyes. Settle into it. We're going to take a chair pose. So yogi's choice, you can have your feet hip distance apart, or you can bring them in a little bit closer. Some people like to have their big toes touching, or if it feels better, I like to just be hip distance apart. And then we're going to bend the knees. Tailbone shoots down. Tilt the pelvis forward and then up in towards the heart, and then we'll sink nice and low. Breathe in. And then as you exhale, slowly lower the arms down, but like you have a block in between your hands. You're squeezing, engaging the inner thighs. Inhale, bring it all the way up. Rise up onto the toes. And then as you exhale, keep the heels lifted, bend the knees. If you want to let your heels come down, that's all good too. Stay focused. Your eyes can be on one point. Use your drishti. Rise up. Nice. Exhale. Inhale. Let's reach. A nice breath. 2 more. Keep the focus. Breathe in, and then exhale, let the heels come down, the arms, relax, mountain pose for 3 breaths. Arms over the head. We'll reach your right arm out in front. We'll take eagle arms. So left arm is going to land on top, so bend the elbows, and then the hands going to come. Another way to do this, if you're really tight in the upper part of the body, you can give yourself a big hug, and then just keep walking your hands. So you grab a hold of your shoulder blades. And wherever you found yourself, take an inhale, lift the elbows up. Nice. And then as you exhale, pull the shoulders down. You can feel the difference. So let's shift over onto our left side. So before we even pick up the right foot, let's just feel that alignment shift, the balance shift onto left side. Now we can pick up the right foot. You can wrap it around. The toes can come to the earth. They can even stay on the right side, but if you want to wrap it, the toes can land. You can squeeze, or you can wrap that right foot all the way behind. So now notice if anything has changed in the pelvic area. Notice if we're starting to tilt the hips forward again. Drop the tailbone. Lower abdominal, squeeze in. And then let's sit a little lower. Bend. Nice. We'll inhale, let's rise up. Exhale to completely unravel here. We'll go right into the opposite side and then we'll take a counter stretch. So breathe in. And then exhale, left hand out in front, right arm on top. Palms together. And again, the option here. We'll take an inhale, lift the elbows. Drop the shoulders. Nice. We'll shift onto our right side. So there's no rush. Whenever you feel ready, you feel connected to the earth. Lift left leg, wrap it around, toes can land. Breathe in. The eyes are focused on either side of the hands. And then as you inhale, let's bring it up. Exhale to unravel. All right. So hands will start at our low back. Feet are hip distance apart. We're going to go into a back bend, but before we do so, most of us have a bit of a wall in front of our heart. So I want you to imagine what kind of wall that you have. Is it a brick wall? Is it just like a curtain? Whatever you want to take down today, whatever you want to remove. So if you have anything blocking your heart, then we'll do just that. So let's take an inhale, let it expand. And then as you exhale, start to shift into a back bend. So you really feel like you're opening up the heart. You can close the eyes. If you have that visualization in mind, maybe it's one brick removing itself at a time with every breath. You start to see the light peeking through that wall. More breaths. Soften the jaw, the throat. And with the inhale, use the core to come back to neutral. You're just letting it unravel on its own. And take the heel of the hand. And then as you fold forward, just give your legs a little massage. And we'll bring it down to the sit bones. So making your way down onto your mat. Take a little side stretch here. So our left leg will go out to a good 45-degree angle. And then the foot will come to the inner thigh. We can rest the left forearm down. And before we go any further, we're just going to open up. It's not a twist, but we just want to align. And then we'll take our right hand up. And then exhale, reach it over. So like you're sending your right fingertips towards your left toes. And notice as you start to lean to the side, how your body wants to rotate again. So just kind of recorrect that by opening up. If at all your fingers tingle, you can bend the elbow and let the fingers rest behind the head. And again, if that's still uncomfortable, then just bring the hand right behind the back. We're going to bring it all the way back up. We'll have a little fun here. So bring your right hand behind your back. And then we're gonna lift the hips up, reach up to the sun, grab the sky, push the hips up, and then open the heart. So maybe that left arm starts to melt back as you open your heart. And then as you exhale, sit bones come back down. Nice. Let's switch sides. You can take a moment here to rebalance. So right foot coming out. Right arm resting down. Let's take that inhale, open up, and then go up and over. So if that left knee is trying to come up with you, visualize and mindfully press it back down to the earth. Again, you have the option to bring fingertips behind the head without collapsing in the cervical spine. So keep the chin lifted. Bring it all the way up. Left hand planting behind you. Breathe in, and then let's scoop the hips to the sky. Open up the heart. So you can either reach up or you can let that right arm fall back. And then as you exhale, bring it all the way down. Back to center. You feeling good? Soles of the feet together. Take a nice breath here. Fill the heart, fill the lungs. Relax the inner thighs. Let's take it forward and down. The chin can draw all the way to the chest. Again, just like we did at the first of the class, think about the breath going to the base of the spine. Breathe in. And then let that sense of relaxation come down the spine. Relax the shoulders. Breathe in, filling up the spine. And breathe out, relax. Bring your awareness to the base of the spine. One more time, we're gonna roll up. Keeping the chin to the chest, and the crown of the head will come up last. Let's draw the knees in and give yourself a big hug. Close the eyes. And then we'll rock down onto our back. We'll bring our right foot on top of the left knee. We'll grab behind the left thigh so the hands can interlace, and then just pull it in. Notice if your chin is now lifted up to the sky. See if you can drop it down, not to the point where it's tucked, but just so the back of the head is flat on your mat, and you can get as much of the spine as you can to meet the earth as well. We'll release the hands and then slide that right leg. So now the right knee is on top of the left knee. So we're crossing the legs. And then we're gonna let our knees fall over to the left side into a twisted roots. Look over the right shoulder if that feels good for your shoulder or your neck. or you can stay with the eyes looking up. Come back through center slowly, and then just moving the right leg, send it all the way down the mat, unravel, and then we'll do the same with the left. Pause here. We'll bring the sole of the right foot onto the mat. Bring the left foot over right knee. Nice. And if this is enough of a stretch, by all means stay here. That feels good. You can always grab behind that right thigh, thread the needle. And then again, notice if your head starts to lift off the mat. As much of the spine as you can get to meet the earth as you can. Close the eyes and just breathe. Release the hands. Wrap left knee around the right. We'll find that twist to our right side. However you'd like to send the eyes. Maybe it's over the left shoulder, maybe it's up to the sky. Let's come all the way back to center, just moving one part of the body at a time, moving mindfully. We'll hug both knees into the chest, and then we'll bring our left leg down, and then the right. Allowing the shoulders and the hips to be aligned, the arms extended out. Allow the palms to look up at the sky.